I used to always watch YouTube videos and wonder why the YouTubers would always start the video with them sitting into the frame. And now that I'm making YouTube videos, I'm realizing it's because you need to go turn on the camera and then come in and sit down. So, in case you guys are wondering, it's not a thing for show. I actually have to go click my camera and click it back off. I actually have a remote that I use for my camera, and the remote died. So, here I am clicking the button. Anyways, let's get to the video. Today, I want to talk about one of my favorite lines in probably all of superhero movies, which is the phrase that Captain America says a couple of times, once in his first movie, and then a second time in which movie was it? A second time in his third film, and then a third time in, I believe, Avengers Endgame. And that line, of course, is I can do this all day, right? And the reason why I talk about that line is because it's so representative of the character of Captain America. It's this sense of him wanting to, at all costs, no matter what, continue fighting, to continue persevering, and continue pushing through despite how difficult things may be, despite how outmatched he may seem. Because oftentimes what's cool about Captain America is he is a super soldier, yes, but at the same time, in a super soldier in a world full of superheroes is not really much. I mean, he can't lift a car over his head. He can barely, lift, say, I actually don't know how much Cap can lift. I know he can't lift a car. I think he can bench up to 500 pounds, something like that. So, a car is a couple tons, right? Whereas someone like Spider-Man can literally just catch a car, right? And despite all of that, he is still able to and is willing to go up against these insurmountable odds. And what's cool about that as a character that's a protagonist of a story is that that character ends up being a representative of what someone should do in a situation where it feels like they're up against insurmountable odds, where it feels like all hope is lost, where it feels like there's nothing left. I love this scene in Avengers Endgame where Cap is fighting against Thanos. And again, a great example of being up against insurmountable odds, but still going forward and fighting. And then he gets beat up and bloodied. And I think his arm breaks. And it looks like all is over, but he still, tightens his shield with his broken arm, stands up, and continues fighting. And that element of the character is absolutely incredible. It's amazing because it's something you need to see visually. You need to see someone going through struggles and strifes and still choosing to get back up despite what they've been going through, despite what's going on in their lives. You might have something that's going on in your life right now, something that you're troubled with, whatever it might be. You might just be showing up to work one day and you don't feel like doing what you're normally supposed to do at work. That may actually be the case. And what's really cool about a character like Captain America is that when you're feeling those ways, you can think about those images that you were seeing, those things that you saw when he was persevering despite the difficulties. Because one interesting thing about the character Cap especially is oftentimes he does get beat up pretty badly in comparison to his counterparts, like maybe Thor, for example, or Hulk, right? He does get roughed up in a fight sometimes. And despite that, he keeps it going, keeps it pushing, and keeps fighting. Even in his fight against Captain America, his fight against Iron Man was pretty beat up in that fight. But I would argue Steve was pretty messed up as well, right? Much more so, in fact, because he wasn't wearing an armored suit, right? So I say it to say that the representations of Steve Rogers' challenges in the movies are almost like a representation of our own challenges that we face in our own lives. And his response to those challenges are what make the story compelling, but it's also what makes the message clear and compelling as well, which is that whenever you are dealing with what looks to be insurmountable odds, things that don't look like they make much sense and do not look like you can actually make it past those things, that despite those things, you still need to push through and carry on. And in doing so, things come through in the end, right? And it's a very interesting message, and a message that I feel like we need to hear often. I feel like I need to hear right now. I mean, I almost didn't hit record today because I'm just not there, you know? I'm a bit tired, got a lot of work to do in terms of client work. I'm just like, do I really want to record this YouTube video? But again, for me, it's an important thing where I have to be able to do this despite how I'm feeling and despite how things are. And despite the number of people that are watching, it's a matter of being faithful to the craft, right? And that's what I'm doing here. Regardless of where the lights are, what's going on, I gotta come in, show up, and perform. And it's not easy, it's difficult. But I think if you can tell yourself that you can do this all day, that one day you'll be doing it all day. I'm talking about superhero stuff, things that come to my mind in regards to superhero stories and how we can learn more from them despite what society might think in regards to them just being pure entertainment. I mean, let's face it, there's no such thing as entertainment. So if you believe that and you believe that you can get more out of your superhero stories, more out of your genre films than just quote unquote entertainment, then this is a channel for you, as we will continue to talk more and more about different topics, different themes, and different things. If there's a character you want me to talk about or a theme you want me to talk about, dive a bit more into, feel free to leave something in the comments. Like, subscribe, and share this video with others who might be having a down day and might need something to pick them up. And yeah, who knows? Maybe I might go watch an Avengers movie and see if that helps out today. Anyways, I'm out. Have a good one, guys, and see you in the next video. See, now this is the part where I got to get up and go in and turn the thing off. And should I edit this out? Shouldn't I? We'll see. Peace.